What's going on, everybody? My name is Squirrel King Dev, Squirrel, whatever you want to call me. We got ranked play coming out here in 11, 10, 10, 11 days, a week maybe, whenever you're watching this video. It's coming out here soon, and I thought, I'm not the best player. I'm probably like a average plat player, plat 3. I really have a hard time getting from plat 3 to diamond, but I feel like I can give off some tips or tricks that will help me get better at the game, and that will help also, bronzes, silvers, golds, plats, anybody like that. If you disagree with what I have to say, that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to use any of this. You don't have, I feel like this will help golds and plats. Silvers, bronze, golds, I feel like that'll help a lot, especially if you're hard stuck gold. This could help out a lot as well. And I think before we even get into before you even start load up ranked, I would make sure your class is good. So for me, I'm a sub player. I think the best submachine gun to use will be the Zervek 45. No one knows exactly what the guns are going to be, what attachments are going to be available and what's not. So I'm pretty much going off of my best guess. This could all change, so that is a problem, but at the same time it's not really a problem. So you want to make sure you have your class set up. I think, in my best opinion, I would use, if you're going to run the assault rifle, I would run the M15. Now, the assault rifle, especially the M15, it depends on map. I feel like this game is very heavy on the flex. You need to be able to use the assault rifle and the submachine gun. These are the attachments I run on my Zervek. I think this is the best attachments for literally no recoil at all. You'll hit most of your shots. If you have good aim, you'll hit all of your shots. Regular, Jaeger 45 pistol, trophy system, stun, frag. You can run the frag with the high density explosion, or you can run the Semtex with the controllable fuse. I know that might be why? Man, it's actually really helpful because you can run away from Semtexes, but not if you cook them. If you cook them, you can't run away from them. We're going to be running perk greed. We're not going to be running gunfighter. I would not recommend that. I recommend perk greed, so you can run ninja and flak jacket at the same time. Same with the M15. I know it's not set up on here, but essentially you want to be able to run ninja, flak jacket, or ninja and tac mask, one of those. I also think your settings is a big thing you kind of want to look at as well if you haven't looked at it. I play on 165 on the horizontal and the vertical stick sensitivity. I think it's the best for when you're aiming or when someone's jumping off the wall. You don't necessarily need to have it too fast, in my opinion. And then your dead zones, I'll probably change these, but these don't necessarily matter either. They help out a little bit, but not too much. And then for movement, we're going to want tactical sprint assist, single tap sprint for activating on that. Corner slice, turn that off. Slide dive behavior I think is a big thing. So if you have it on tap to slide or tap to dive, there's a delay. And if you're already on console, you don't want an extra delay. Yeah, hybrid is tough, but I'm not really diving that much, so there's no delay when you slide with hybrid. Once your settings are all set up, even before you actually go into a ranked game, hop into the firing range, hop into a private match with bots, whatever, put the bots on recruit, do whatever you need to do to get your aim ready. You don't want to hop into a game without your aim being ready, especially, you never know, it could be a ranked game and your first match could be search, and then you lose and you lose SR, or lose your no SR loss of the day. You don't want to lose that first game. In my opinion, I would want to hold on to that. So get in the firing range, get your guns hot, know how you're gonna be shooting. Get your aim ready before you even hop into a ranked match at all. I don't think there's necessarily a order for all of these. I think there's 10 of these, and I think all of them will help out tremendously with your game. This next one that we're going to be doing is the aiming when you're going around corners, when you're going into buildings. You want to make sure you're always aiming whenever you're walking into a building, you're about to go up the stairs, you're about to jump out the window. You want to always have your gun up, aiming in anywhere you go. So when there's a guy there, you have a better shot. Unfortunately, I got a sniper. Hopefully, on ranked, they won't be able to have a sniper and respawn. But anywhere you go, you just want to have your gun up, aiming up, going around corners, going into buildings, anything. Just always want to be aimed up, ready. If anyone comes around or anything, you can just instantly shoot at them. I think that's one of this is definitely one of the main things that'll help. A lot of people, you can catch people sprinting when they're doing that. They don't have their gun up. Just anywhere you go, always just looking and ready. Moving on to number 3, I would say your movement definitely matters. Now you don't necessarily have to be jumping off the wall going crazy, but you want to throw some jumps in there, throw some slides in there. Whenever you're shooting at someone, it's really hard to hit them if they're jumping or if they're sliding. What essentially what jumping and sliding does is it'll break the aim assist, so you'll have a better chance of winning the gunfights that you're already losing if you're getting shot at first. That's how you can shit on people. It's really a good a lot of people don't take advantage of it. So when you get into a lobby that you don't see too much sliding or too much jumping, you can really take advantage when you're at least you can tell the skill gap is what I mean off that. Any type of movement. For me personally, I'm really bad at the jump killing. I do a lot of sliding. I need to get better at the jump killing. I think that puts you above other silvers, golds. Okay, moving on to number 4. This is probably one of the toughest things to teach looking at gameplay. But what you want to do is you want to basically always have your eyes on the minimap, the kill feed, and the front of your screen. So you want to be able to see not only what you're aiming at, but your minimap and your kill feed. You don't necessarily have to look at it all at the same time, but it does help to constantly check your minimap. Especially for respawn, you'll be able to see all of the people shooting their guns. And then showing their red dots exactly where they are, and then your kill feed helps for whenever you get kills, a bunch of say your team. So if you're looking at the kill feed now, I just got 1. That's 1 person down. That's 2. My teammate just got a 3rd one, so now they're coming off spawn again. Also, when you get a kill, you can look at your scoreboard. You can look at your scoreboard and see when they are coming off spawn, so oh, this person just died, but now they're spawning right now. Then once you do that, you can get even better at it, where you won't have to look at your screen. You can just count it. I think the kill feed is very good for just counting players. You can see, okay, we got 3 down, there's 1 more, where's he at? We got 4 down, okay, they're coming off spawn. We got 2 down, okay, there's 2 here, where are they? I just got 2 kills. Oh, that's a clean wipe. That's 4 down, so they're coming off spawn. And then we're also looking at our map, seeing where they're shooting from, where they're coming from. You're looking at your map to see where your teammates are at. See where we are on our mini map. If our teammates are in P2, we're gonna be spawning back here. I just spawned back here. Excuse me. Most of their team is coming out of blue house, spawning over by blue house. So you just constantly looking at your map, looking at your feed, counting players so you don't lose track of anyone. The next part that we're gonna move on to is when to move and when not to move. So yeah, movement is a key thing, like sliding and jumping and everything, and you want to be moving fast pretty much a lot of the time. This is a movement and a momentum based game, but at the same time you want to know you got to know when to make your pinch. It's all about timing, when to not make your pinch, when to push, when to not push, when to push up. And I think that's more of just like an experience thing. Once you just get a lot of reps in ranked or just any game, public match or anything like that, you're gonna just automatically understand the timings and get better with the timings. So that is more of a rep thing, but like, see, I pushed out there. I probably shouldn't have, because he had the upper hand, and once I jumped out the window, he instantly could just turn on me. Next tip or trick is to make sure you throw your tacticals and your lethals. You wanna, that's a free kill you could get with your grenade, your Semtex, maybe slow them down with your concussions. Really make sure that you can get any type of free kill. A lot of players are gonna hold on to their tacs or hold on to their lethals. I honestly don't understand why you wouldn't just start with it. You have a very good chance of getting a free kill. And then, you can, especially for a nice P1, just make sure you know to where they're spawning at, where they're coming from, anything like that. Throw it onto the point if they have it. It's such an easy free kill. Next room we're going into is watching the pinch or executing the pinch. What that essentially means is flanking, watching your flank if you're on the point, watching from around. That goes in hand with like watching the kill feed. There's probably gonna be one flanking most of the time. It's such a underrated thing to do. Honestly, a lot of definitely low ranks aren't going to be flanking as much or watching their flank. And if there is someone, then you're going to be ahead of them because you're already watching it. So what that means, like, so we know they're spawning. I think they just spawned over here. Go on a little route while your teammates are holding it. That's three easy kills right there. Now you got one that's just somewhere random that your team got, or just off in no man's land. The next one is communication. Communicate with your team. Call out where they're coming from. They're coming. We just spawn flip. They're coming P2 side. One's in the middle right now. Call them out where you just died. I just died in middle. He might be going broken wall. He might go P cut. Get down these call outs. Call out where players are. Call out where if the spawn's flipping, or if it flipped already. Call out everything. They got a hailstorm coming. Everything. And then you don't want dead comms. You don't. Oh, someone's over here. No, bring some energy to it. Oh, they're over here. Go. He's one shot. Bring some energy to it. You see the pros do it. Same thing. You gotta have that good communication. Make sure you're all on the same page. Call out strats. call out where you're going. I'm pinching left. I'm pinching left. Or they're coming right. They're coming right. You know, get into it. You know, you're gonna want to have good communication, especially if you're playing serious. You know, you don't want to play with anyone that's not taking it as serious as you are. You know, you want to make sure everyone's calling out, everyone's doing their job, and communication is exactly how you're gonna know what your teammates are doing. So then you can know what decisions to make and what you should do yourself. Same thing with like communication, and this goes like our next one that kind of ties into it is teamwork. You want to all be working with the same thing. All be working on the same task. You know, you don't. I wouldn't even say that. You don't. Not everyone needs to be on the point, but if you're clearly getting overrun on the point, get on the point. If you're trying to break the hill, run at the hill, run at the point. Get there, shoot. You know, throw your tags, throw your lethals. You know. Shoot your gun, you know. Just get there, you know. You don't necessarily want to be kill horn, you know. If you know, you got a huge lead or something, go ahead, kill horn. If you're down by a bunch, I don't think kill horn is your best option. You know, someone's got to play objective. If you're, just massively destroying them, or if you're down by a lot, either way, you want someone on an objective. If you want to kill her, you need someone on your team who is willing to step back a little bit and just play the objective. I would say the last one would be stay locked in. You know, if you're getting destroyed or you're getting you just died, just stay locked in the whole time. Don't try to check your teammates out by saying oh, I'm getting shit on, or oh, we're getting shit on. Just stay locked in. Every play is a new play, every life is a new life. It doesn't matter if you just got turned on the worst or if you just shit on them a bunch. Like, you gotta just stay locked in and keep playing the next play after the next play and just get there. Either way, I think these tips will honestly help improve a lot. If you listen to everything I said, you will definitely see an improvement in your game. I've only been playing ranked specifically myself from Black Ops 6 into this game. I haven't played ranked on this game, but I feel, it's not really too much of a skill gap type of game like everyone was saying. It's more of like a mental and just shooting straight type of game. And I think, with these tips, you'll definitely, if you're stuck in gold, you'll hit platinum. If you're stuck in silver, you'll definitely hit gold. I think all of these tips will help a lot of people get to platinum. I would love to see your journey. Let me know in the comment sections below when rank comes out. Let me know if you're excited for ranked when it comes out. I'll see you guys in the next one.